There's a universe growing inside of me. I am stretching and expanding, but unafraid of any stretch marks that this might cause, because this is not exactly a pregnancy. Though there will be born a child of righteous proportions. And although it may seem physically impossible, a lifetime of complications have been inducing multiple abortions of lives that were never mine, willed, or purposed. See, they've been buried alongside a spirit, probably as illegitimate as the proposed physics that existed as the period just before the Big Bang, so-called birthed us. But I actually believe that theory to be true. But it is only to the extent that to know God is to know that just like everything else he made, that happened too. Perhaps it was the way the first day commenced in the beginning, with the intent to replicate his order so that it might persist for his glory. So when I say that there's a universe growing inside of me, what I mean is that my heart has been replaced by the earth. Its temperature has been risen to change, so I thank God for global warming. And supernaturally, I began to notice galaxies embedded in my words each time I speak. See, I'm beginning to believe that the sky is hovering over my larynx and he has been using the stars to shine his light upon my speech. So this is more than just a poem. This is a constellation written in astronomical script to be read, just as the star that led the three wise men to baby Jesus all the way from the east. And lately, I've only been able to sleep during the daylight hours because the moon has been anchored just behind the bridge of my nose. Also that my eyes would be opened to illuminate the darkness and to give light to lost souls. And I know that my complexion may seem just a little bit brighter, but it's only because the sun is now radiating through my open pores. It's the same reason I know that I can warm frozen hearts by inviting them into my open arms. And maybe you've noticed the weight of its limitless space and time starting to spread my hips and thighs, or maybe it's due to the fact that I have been insatiably feasting at the table of unleavened bread and insisting upon drinking of its wine. I've become a gluttonous drunk, belly stuffed, every sip of the cup burning my throat and the dark matter lodged in my chest. I am belligerent with the holy stagger, with the word of God heavy on my breath. And soon I'm expecting to OD off of his text. See, I'm on a suicide mission. I'm trying to put my flesh to death so that when infinity finally tears me at the seams, he'll find less resistance. I'm telling you, there's a universe growing inside of me. I'm getting so close to the sun that its rays have got my lust and my pride smoldering. And I can feel these planets orbiting around my organs, colliding and destroying my dependence on everything deemed unclean and unholy. And this gravity, it is attacking every crevice and every cavity of my body, ridding it of all heresies and depravity, collapsing my lungs with the clutch of the atmosphere so that when I inhale and exhale, it will reveal that it is he, not I, who live. This two-dimensional black hole forming around my navel has digested my spirit and is now requesting ownership of my soul, spewing out of its mouth the grains of the colored dust by which I've been clothed, daring me to lean to my own understanding. From that, I am sure to fall. See, this universe growing inside of me, it is defying all of my limitations and boundaries, and in the natural, it seems somewhat hard to conceive how God could have such love for me that he was willing to come, grow, and live in temple walls so unworthy, planting himself as a seed inside of me so that I could again be conceived, to be born as a new child in the image of him, but to live as a new me. From the inside out, I am being redeemed. So from below, I kiss the heavens and converse with the butterflies and tell them how they don't have nothing